What's happening, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today is a very hot topic, warm up for your easy pace run or just a run in general. I have my friend Angela with me. She's an avid runner. She's not, but she's a 4-time Ninja Warrior champ. In last week's video, I had Angela kind of talk about why pull-ups are important, as well as for runners specifically. But we're gonna kind of get into our world a little bit, and we're gonna talk about pre-run warm-ups, because a lot of people out there, if you're watching this video, you might not warm up on your runs. You might just literally tie up your shoes, head out the door, and you use your first mile as a warm-up, which is very common. Angela, is that what you do?
I've definitely done that before. Yeah, not the best runner. I actually have a really hard time running, so having a good warm-up is gonna, I feel like, maybe help me feel better about it before I even do it.
100%. It's like warming up for pull-ups or warming up for any workout or anything that you're doing. It's always a good idea to prime the muscles that you're gonna start to use. So in today's video, we're gonna break down a quick 5-minute warm-up routine that you guys can all implement into your next run. You can take bits and pieces of this. You can take all of it. You can take one thing, whatever it might be. If you can take away that you should warm up properly before you go on a run, that's all I really care about. So we're gonna break it down. Quick 5-minute warm-up before your next run. Let's go. First thing you guys are gonna do, I want you just to start with toe walks, okay? So Angela's gonna kind of demonstrate. On your toes, you're just gonna walk here. And you guys can do this, right? Like if you step out and you've tied your shoes and you're ready to go run, maybe you're just gonna walk for the first 5 minutes, and I just want you guys to do this where you're just walking on your toes, okay? Go for about 10 yards, 10 to 15 yards, stop, and then now we're gonna just take this backwards, right? So what we're doing here, we're really activating the calf, right? And if you think about running, it is a single leg sport as well as a plyometric sport. So you wanna make sure that the muscles that we're about to utilize in this run, however long it might be, are getting primed. So once you're done with toe walks, now we're gonna go heel walks. So getting on your heel, you're gonna really feel this in the shins. If you wanna be super anatomically correct, the tibialis. But this is gonna feel really nice. It probably will open up some muscles in the calf as well here. So you go about 10 or 15 meters as well, and then we'll just take this backwards.
I feel this.
Yes, look at Angela's tibialis mobility. Look at her shin mobility right now. We gotta improve this.
This is bad.
Boom, all right, good. So you went backwards, you went forward. Now we're gonna face this way, Angela, and we're gonna go sidewalks again, but now we're gonna go lateral. Okay, so as you guys are on your run, you could do this while you walk, right? So just literally use this exact warm up before you guys go on your next run. You guys, 10 to 15 meters, take it back the opposite way. Angela, how's the calf feeling right now?
I'm really feeling my calves. I feel like I need to do this more.
She's gonna do this in her next run, guys.
I am. I really am.
Boom, all right. All of our ankle and our calf stuff are ready to go right there. Next thing, we're gonna just go knee hug. So pull a knee into your chest. If you also wanna get a nice calf raise on the bottom foot, you can lift into a calf raise. Feel nice there. Boom. All of these movements, guys, just go for about, I'm gonna say this 100 times, 10 to 15 meters, and then relax. Face the other way. Now we're gonna just get into a quad pull here. And once again, you can lift that the bottom foot if you want an extra calf stretch. Or I guess not a calf stretch, but a calf warm up. So this is a great way. Obviously, a lot of people like to use that first mile as their warm up, but you're gonna feel so much better and stronger on the latter half of your guys' workouts by warming up properly, because you don't have to use that first mile as a warm up. You will already be ready to roll. Next one, Angela, we got our pigeons. So ankle goes on the knee, and I want you to get a little lift there. Boom, nice. So get a little IT band and get in here. Boom, and pull. And if you guys want to be pros, you can also hit that calf raise at the top. Ooh. Woo.
I got little legs. I can't keep up with him.
All right, next one, we're gonna do hamstring sweeps. So heel goes down, and you're just gonna try and touch the floor, or you can try to like sweep the grass here. If you like that, you wanna make it a little bit more fun. Sweep the floor.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, you're gonna feel this a lot in the hamstring, in the calf. This is a great way to get a little sweaty before you go running. Boom. Calf sweep there. Excellent. Good. Next, we're gonna get into now a forward lunge, okay? So getting into our lunge, resetting. If you want to challenge, we can try to balance there, Angela, on a single leg, and then transition, balance, really stabilize there. Use that glute, squeeze the glute as you stand up tall, hold, and then get into the next leg, Be careful there, champ. The rocks are slippery out here. Excellent. All right, next, lateral lunges. Gonna get into a different plane of motion here. So now, we're gonna be, legs are spread. I want you guys to sink down. Focus on keeping your toes as straight as you can as you're going through these side lunges. And really think about sitting into a chair. Pretend like there's a chair there that you're trying to touch your butt on, and then come back up.
I can already tell that I just need to do these in my everyday life in general.
Look, we got, that's a great point right there, Angela. I love that. She's like, yo, I mastered the pull-up. You master this mobility here. And boom. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is gonna be working a little bit of plyometrics. So we're gonna get a little pogo hops on single legs. So we're gonna go 2 on each foot, and this is really gonna resemble what we're gonna be doing in our running, right? So running is a single leg sport, so we wanna make sure that we are in control as we're doing these little pogo hops. 1 foot, 2 pounces each foot. Angela, once we get about 10 meters, we're gonna go backwards.
Oh no.
Take this backwards, boom. Yeah, so just quick touch off the ground. Your forefoot and your midfoot should be the ones hitting on the ground right now. We want to avoid heel striking as we do these pogo hops here. Boom. Excellent. So that is one of the last things. Now the last thing we're gonna do, Angela, this is probably up your alley as well. We're just gonna go into a single leg RDL to really lengthen out the posterior chain on our single leg. So we're just gonna go opposite hand touch the floor. And if you can't do that, then just try your best to just balance. Good, and take a step. And balance. Guys, as you're doing this, really focus on pushing your glutes back, keeping your knees slightly bent as you're touching the ground. Just imagine as if you were actually doing like a RDL in the gym, or a single leg RDL, or a deadlift, or whatever it might be. Keep your form and your technique proper, even on our warm-up. All right, guys, so that is our pre-run warm-up before you guys go on your next run. Angela, what'd you think?
I think I definitely need to be doing more of those. There's a couple of movements that I was like, wow, my body is very tight in those areas, so it would probably benefit me before I run to make sure those are taken care of.
I love that. Yes. So guys, you don't have to do everything that we did. Maybe you sprinkle in some of the toe walks, heel walks, or you could sprinkle in all of it. I'll be honest, sometimes like I don't do that whole warm up, but I'll sprinkle in pieces of that. So depending on how much time you have before a warm up, because honestly, everyone has busy lives. Maybe you woke up a little bit later that day and you don't have as much time on your early morning run or whenever it might be. Just sprinkle in a little bit. I guarantee that you will feel a lot stronger on your run as you're going. And plus, it'll be good for your body and your mind. You will feel a lot better. So that's the video, guys. I hope you guys got some value out of it. If you did, smash that like button and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. This is Angela Gargano. Where do they find you?
At Angela Gargano on Instagram and on TikTok, and probably won't be running as much as him.
Angela, aren't you ready to warm up? We're gonna go run 15 miles now because we're all sweaty and warmed up. How do you feel about that?
I've never run 15 miles in my entire life.
Today is a new day for Angela. She's about to go chase after 15 miles. Let's make it happen. We're warmed up, ready to go. Make sure you warm up on your next run. Let's make it happen.
Okay.
Peace!
And y'all are obviously out here working out, sweating. What have y'all done?
We actually were doing a little combination of running and doing pull-ups in the bars out here. I feel like it's a great way to work out, be outside.
But it's hot.
It's
really hot.
It's
How
super
are y'all beating the heat?
I mean, honestly, for me, when I go on runs, I typically have to go in the morning. That's probably the best piece of advice I would give to anyone is start early before the sun gets super hot. Even if you look at the UV index, middle of the day, it's at like 9 to 12. Early morning, it's at 0. So that's my biggest piece of advice is start early, as well as hydrate.
I mean, it's definitely a lot harder, but I always like to think of myself, if I can do it right now when I'm basically dying, I can do it anytime.
100%. I mean, honestly, this makes it more of a challenge, but sometimes those challenges are good, and obviously there's a lot of places where it might not be as hot, but you got to kind of embrace it. And I mean, we can't change the weather, but we can control our actions in terms of trying to live healthier lifestyles and things of that sort. So I mean, you can't change it. So either adapt or fit it into your schedule where it does work.